Hello makers, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeanette Farr. I'm the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So for today's video, y'all, I know I have not put up a video in a hot minute. However, I had a family emergency to attend to and all is well, thank God. So now I am back. So before my family emergency, I actually did start a Mother's Day tumbler. So I am still going to finish that. I know I'm behind the power curve on Mother's Day. However, I still wanted to get this tumbler tutorial up for you guys because it is such a cute tumbler, you guys. So I'm really excited for you to see this video. So once again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And at the end of this video, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. So I think that is enough for me. So you guys, let's get into the video. Let's go. All right, makers, let's get into it. So I'm starting off with a fully prepped and sanded tumbler. This is a 20-ounce skinny from the Stainless Steel Depot. And I went ahead and just spray painted just a regular yellow using some Rustoleom paint. Taped off the top. Also did tape off the, well, I removed the paint from the bottom because we will be applying vinyl to this section. So, y'all, this vinyl is to die for. It's by Gracefully created. I think it was in their kit before last kit or something like that, but anyway, it's by Gracefully created. It is so pretty. It has some butterflies and some florals. It is really beautiful. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be applying some vinyl on the bottom portion, and of course we're going to be using some glitters. So the glitters we're going to be using is called Honeysuckle. This is by PDB. Y'all, it is so pretty. And Sanrio, this is by Animal. Look at that. It is so pretty. It's like a light kind of pinkish opal with different cuts and all of that in it. So off camera, I went ahead and measured as to where I want my vinyl to stop on the bottom portion. And I just put a little mark there. So I'm just going to use my self-healing mat here and just cut off that portion. So I'm not wasting any vinyl because I'm thinking I can use a lot of this vinyl on another project. So it's definitely going to work out. So I'm going to use my self-healing mat here and cut off the portion that I want to use. Makers, I have no idea what was going on here doing this clip. I thought I was recording my voice, or at least the clip had some voice to it. However, when I tried to upload this video, there was no voice here. So here I am attempting to do a voiceover. I do not like to do voiceovers. I like to kind of talk my way through the process. So here I am just using my Cami Page Boutique just to apply the vinyl, just to ensure that I don't get any lumps and bumps. And you want to take your time doing this process. All right, next I'm going to take my craft knife and just go along the seam in between where the vinyl ends and stop and just cut off this excess. Perfect. Next, I am going to take my cup edging tool and just cut off the excess at the bottom. So just make sure you press really firmly. I'm normally going around about 2 or 3 times just to make sure I get a clean cut. All right, makers, so off camera, I went ahead and applied, we're going to be using the Epoxy Method to apply our glitter, just a really thin coat of epoxy to the top portion. I went ahead and just used some electrical tape and taped off this portion because we will be applying another glitter in this portion. So we're going to start off with our first glitter color. Again, this is by PDB. This is called Honeysuckle. I'm going to apply it to this section right here. So I did apply a little bit more than normal epoxy because it is a chunky glitter and I kind of want everything to be coated nicely. So we're just gonna apply this beautiful color in this section. And since I have my base painted yellow, it is gonna go nicely with it. It is so pretty. The perfect color for spring. All right, makers, so now that we have our glitter color applied to the top portion, I have some parchment paper here. So we're just gonna take our tumbler and just roll it flat, just to make sure we get all these chunky pieces nice and flat. So when we apply our first coat of glitter, we don't have any bits poking out or anything like that. So now that we have our tumbler all rolled, we can go ahead and, well, you want to go ahead and remove the tape because you don't want this epoxy to dry on this tape. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the tape from this portion. If I can get it started. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the tape from the middle portion as well. All right, so to get this tumbler started, I am going to seal this. First, I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to seal it, and also before we start applying our next glitter color, I'm going to make sure I don't have any glitter in this section. So just slightly take your fingers or baby wipe and just make sure you don't have any glitter in this section. And then after I let this dry for a couple hours, going to be back to apply the glitter in the middle section. All right, makers, so I know I left you guys thinking that I was going to add some pink glitter here in the open portion. However, I have changed my mind. So trust the process, trust the process. So off camera and to save time, I just went ahead and just added the same glitter that I added at the top portion. And I just used some UV resin to add that glitter in that portion as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry and apply probably 2 thin coats of epoxy. All right, makers, let's get on to finishing up this tumbler. So I have this really cute decal. It says, I didn't lose myself in motherhood, I found myself. Y'all, I know I'm behind the power curve, but hey, life has been in the way. So this is supposed to be done for Mother's Day. However, I am still going to complete this tumbler for you guys. So what I'm going to do is place this right here in the center because I have these cute little daisies that I cut out on my Cricut. I got the file from Etsy. And y'all, they are so cute. So I want to essentially place the daisies around the decal. You know what? Probably it'd be easier if I went ahead and put my decal on. All right, so yeah, let me go ahead and do that. All right, y'all. I am having a brain freeze today. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Again, this decal is from Gracefully Created, the same where the vinyl is from. All right, so I want to cut some of this excess off. I should have probably did that before and my tumbler is, I didn't do a lot of sanding because you don't want, this has a clear backing. If you do a lot of sanding, which I probably should apply another clear coat, but I'm just gonna go with it. If you do a lot of sanding, you can kind of see those sand lines underneath the decal. All right, so I'm just gonna cut off as much as the excess as I can. Note to self, do this before you take it off the backer. All right, so I'm gonna center this in the middle. That looks good to me. All right, so next I'm gonna take all of these daisies and just sporadically apply them around the tumbler. All right, makers, so off camera and to save time, I went ahead and cut some smaller daisies on my Cricut. And just to fill in some of this negative space, I just wasn't filling all of that negative space. So I do have some overlap here. So what I'm gonna do is just take my really sharp X-Acto knife. This knife is by Cricut, y'all. I think it has to be the best knife that I've used. So I'm just essentially just going to cut off the excess where the flower overlaps, the daisy overlaps. And I just really just think it just ties everything together just to have it overlapping and just look really playful. But like I said, this is a really good knife, but y'all, it is sharp as, it's really sharp. All right, so I have some overlap on these down here. So I'm just gonna follow this line where the glitter meets the vinyl and just cut off that excess. Be really careful. Yeah, I'm really liking that. So, like I said, I just wasn't feeling all of that negative space. All right, so next I have some black lines that I cut. I think I cut these about 0.04 on my Cricut, 11.5 long. And I am just going to take these one or two, probably more than one. I'm gonna start at the seam in the back actually. And just follow the line where the glitter meets the vinyl. So since these lines are really thin, you're probably gonna have to take your time to make sure they look straight. So like I said, take your time and make sure it looks straight to you. And y'all know me, something is telling me to add one more down here. So I think I'm gonna do it and just see how it looks. And if I don't, hey, I can always take it off. I don't want to make it look too busy, but I do want to make it look fancy. And you know what? I think I actually like it. It's kind of pulling in that black from the decal. To be honest, I didn't think I would like it, but I like it. All right, so I am going to leave it. All right, makers, so to finish this tumbler off, I am going to add a quick coat to ensure none of my decals lift during the epoxy process, and add 2 thin coats of epoxy. We're done with our tumbler, you guys. Look at those colors. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think this I don't know, this yellow is just speaking to me. I don't know, I just think so much about summer, and the flowers are just speaking to me as well. And that vinyl from Gracefully Created, y'all. So if you have not got some vinyl and some decals from Gracefully Created, please go over and check her site out. It is amazing. I just love that the decals are so translucent and they really show up on any type of background. So you guys, I am really loving these colors. So once again, I will have all the products that I use on this tumbler listed and linked below. And if you have any questions, I will definitely answer those to the best of my ability. All right, you guys. So once again, if you have any questions, please list those questions below. And I really hope you enjoyed this tumbler tutorial. Makers, I did not forget about the quote for today's video, and it is, "A little progress each day adds up to big results." Y'all, I know this quote speaks well for me, because each and every day I really don't have a plan, being that I work from home with my small business. However, I just try to chug along at these little small tasks that I've set up each and every day, in hopes that big plans or, you know, big things is going to turn out for my business as well. So I really hope that this quote speaks to you and motivates you as much as it has motivated me. So in the meantime, I am really excited to bring you guys more summer tutorials and more different techniques and things that I have planned, you know, for different tumbler tutorials in the future. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And also, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It is really helping my channel out. So I'm excited to see you in the next video. But in the meantime, continue creating, and most of all, stay blessed. Somehow